My name is Mirshad Ghalip. I'm a survivor of a genocide that's taking place right now as we speak. The traumatic experiences that I've had, which will haunt me for the rest of my life, is going to be delivered in the future videos. But today, right now, I need your help rescuing my mother from a concentration camp. Yes, you've heard that right, a concentration camp. In the mid-October of 2017, my mother was taken away by Chinese authorities to a re-education camp, as they call it. If you've never heard about these camps or don't know much about them, the UN and the United States government have characterized them as the concentration camp of the 21st century. According to German researcher Adrian Zenz, there are about 1.5 million people currently being held in these camps. There is no due process, there is no trial, nobody knows when they're getting out. According to Human Rights Watch and many major news outlets, physical and psychological torture is so frequent in these camps, inmates often would have illness or they would even die. This honestly worries me sick every day. Now let me tell you about my mom. She's a 58-year-old widow who just retired from her librarian job. She's the sweetest, kindest person I know, and she's the best cook in the world. She has never committed any crime in her entire life, and she has been taking care of my sister and I since my father passed away. That's why she's also the most extraordinary mom in the world. That's why it's been killing me inside that I haven't been able to do anything in the past year and a half. I don't even know if she's alive. Now you might be wondering, why did the Chinese government took my mom? There are two major reasons. First of all, she's Uyghur. Some people pronounce it as Uyghur, but we are the indigenous people of East Turkestan, aka Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Currently it's part of China, but historically it has never been part of China. That's why China wants to assimilate us or commit a genocide in order to secure this internal colony. Now, I won't bore you today with the politics and the history, but I might tell you more in the future episodes. Now, the second reason is that my sister and I are outside of China. I am getting my PhD degree in linguistic anthropology in America, and my sister has gotten her master's degree in management and has been working in Istanbul ever since. This somehow constitutes some sort of crime for the Chinese Communist Party. That's why they took my mom. It makes me very angry and very guilty, but yet I haven't been able to do anything. The reason why I've been silent, like many thousands of people who have their loved ones in these camps, is we're all afraid of the Chinese Communist Party because they could retaliate and they could put our loved ones at a worse place, or they could even kill them. But at the same time, I realize this is exactly what they want, us being silent while they're committing a genocide. This has to end. That's why I'm speaking out. Now the specific things you can do to help my mother is that you can write and call the Chinese consulates and embassies in your country and ask whereabouts of my mom. My mother's name is Zumrat Aoud, and her ID number will be shown below. Please include these informations while you're asking, and please ask them to release my mother. You can also mention the fact that she speaks Chinese and she has her retirement funds and she simply does not need any re-education. Now, what you can do on a larger scale to help 1.5 million people is contact your politicians. Make them have a stance against this issue. If you're in America especially, call your representatives, call your senators, ask them if they have signed the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act. This bill is a bipartisan bill led by prominent Republicans like Marco Rubio and prominent Democrats like Nancy Pelosi. To me, what's kind of shocking is that Senator Bernie Sanders haven't spoken out about this issue or signed on the bill yet. I hope you guys can reach out to him and ask whether he's familiar with this issue. I understand that he's preparing for his presidential campaign and he could be busy. But I feel like he's one of the best politicians that could be speaking out about this situation because of his family background and Holocaust. I'm sure if he learns about the situation, he will speak out and take action. Another thing that you could do is share this video on social media, especially with the social media influencers that you like. Even if they're not political, if they make a comment about it, this issue will get noticed. You can also talk about it in your own community and make people aware of what's going on and make people contact their politicians to make a stance. Now I'd like to thank all of the amazing people who are watching this and all the wonderful people who will try to do something to put an end to this horrific situation. I will be making future videos to inform you what's going on and explain to you how did this atrocious crime against humanity happen. Until then, take care.